What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to be doing my movie review of Obsession. Now, if you have seen my previous video, you know I'm filming these back to back. I saw these both on the same night. And yeah, I know I'm really late to Obsession. It's been out for a little while now, but I'm finally getting around to doing it. And I can confidently tell you, this is the most disgusting, unnerving, disturbing piece of content I think I've ever seen in my life. This movie is so just unhinged, and you have to be a really sick bastard to come up with something like this, but it succeeds so well at doing what it tries to do, which is what I just said it does, that it's an instant horror classic, and it is the best horror movie of the year easily, and probably one of the best horror movies of the decade. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. I gave it a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and my god, dude, I feel like I was in like a fucking car wreck after watching this movie. I was so just disturbed and shocked. And essentially the whole thing of this movie is there's 4 people in a friend group. One of them likes a girl. He isn't sure. He's not very confident. He's very awkward. He isn't sure if she likes him. The girl's name is Nikki. And yeah, he's not sure. And our protagonist is named Bear, but he's not sure if she likes him. And so he goes to this store to buy her a necklace after hers broke, and he buys these one-time wish things that you snap and you make a wish. And he buys one, not thinking it's actually going to work, but he tries it, and it works. To terrifying effect. He wishes that she will become obsessed with him in a love way, but she becomes incredibly obsessed, and I mean deeply obsessed. And so essentially the whole movie is them being together, but she's extremely obsessed with him. So anytime he does something she doesn't like goes over a friend's house without her, leaves the house without her, goes somewhere without her in general, she freaks out and does fucking damage. And it is not pretty at all. The actress who plays Nikki should be nominated and win an Oscar next year. If she doesn't, I will be fucking pissed, because her performance is just out of this world. You can tell she puts so much blood, sweat, tears, hard work into this role. She is so fucking intense. I've never seen anything like it. How she can go from being normal to fucking insane on a dime is scary. The amount of just intensity she brings. She'll just be normal, and then the next moment she's screaming bloody murder and crying and sobbing and completely breaking down. I don't even know where to begin with this movie. It's not very kill heavy. There's only a couple kills in it, but the kills that are in it are extremely brutal. This movie may have one of the most brutal kills I've ever seen in a film. One of our other, again, it's a group of 4, 2 guys, 2 girls. The other girl, Sarah, has a crush on our main character, and he ends up meeting up with her in a car, and Nikki gets wind of it. And right in the middle of their conversation, you see Nikki darting to the car. She breaks the window open, puts a brick, holds the brick on the steering wheel, takes the girl's head and bashes it into brick. She must have bashed her head in 30 times. I'm not exaggerating. It must have been like 30 times. And all that was left was just like an eyeball that was down here, a couple teeth. Her face was just mangled. It was gone. It didn't even look like a person anymore. But it looked really real. So much so that someone in my theater, I'm not kidding, fell out of their seat and passed out. On my life, I swear to God. She was just, the face was just gone. Her head was gone. And Nikki is like comforting her boyfriend because he's mortified. He's got blood all over him. He's fucking like petrified of what she just did. And she's like calming him down, but she's saying, "Oh, this is your fault. This is what you wish for. I know it sucks, but this is what you wish for." Like, this is how psychotic she is. Later on, he goes home after like a day at work without his girlfriend, Nikki. He comes home. She's standing in the living room, And he walks out to the dining room and he sees Sarah's body tied to a chair, naked, legs spread. Like you could see her vagina and her boobs and everything. It was disgusting. And it was made to look like she was like a sex toy, essentially. As disgusting as that is to say, that's what it looked like. She was tied to the chair, and again, her legs were spread purposely. Like her fucking feet were tied to the chair as well. That is one of the most disgusting, gnarly, brutal things I've ever seen in a movie in my life. And I've seen a lot of Rob Zombie shit. That made Rob Zombie stuff look like nothing. And so, yeah, it's very disturbing. That gives you a sort of an idea as to how disturbing this film is. And I really can't talk about this movie in in an organized way. My thoughts are just kind of scrambled. But there are so many scenes where he'll be laying in bed with her, and if he gets up to go somewhere, before he even has the chance, she'll either start screaming, or when he gets up and you think he's about to get out scot-free, she'll just wake up randomly and go, "Where are you going?" There is one good scene where the girl Nikki, in this they kind of portray it like Nikki is almost taken over by a demon, and this demon is kind of is the one obsessed with Bear. And there's a moment where the demon, we'll call her, is sleeping, and Nikki's speaking, Nikki's talking, and she's begging him to kill her. Because she's just living a nightmare. She's stuck in her body, but she's not in control of herself. The only time she was able to come and take control was when the demon was sleeping. And he doesn't do it. My only kind of issue with this movie is the protagonist, Bear. He has so many moments where he just witnessed something so fucked up and he could find a way to stop it. He could either go to the police or do something. He never does. He gets at least like 6 moments in this movie where he could do something and he doesn't do it. Instead, he just chooses to keep living with her. It was my only kind of issue. But yeah, there's a moment where he wakes up and she's standing in the corner in the shadows. There's so many times where it's so creepy. All of a sudden, she'll have this really robotic movement to her where she starts walking like this. It's really unsettling. She is extremely creepy in this movie. Very scary. And yeah, the whole movie revolves around a wish. And by the end, he's about to kill himself. And he actually, well, no, he does. He ends up killing himself. He pops a bunch of pills, but she makes a wish, the demon makes a wish that he'll love her. And the only way the spell will break on her is if he dies, because she can't be obsessed with a dead person. But she cracks the thing and makes the wish that he'll fall in love with her, and it works. But he dies right after because he popped a whole bunch of pills. And he dies, and the demon is about to bite a bullet, and right before it does, Nikki comes back. Because, again, the spell's broken, and she's just mortified. She is covered in blood. She's got a bear in her arms who OD'd. There's a dead kid in the corner who was their other friend of the 4, who she shot in the head because he barged in on one of their arguments. And she's just, literally, she's on the couch screaming bloody murder. And the camera flips, and it cuts to an old school TV that's like staticky, and the credits roll, and the whole credits you just hear her crying. It's so messed up. But yeah, man. But there are, I'm not gonna lie, this movie is fucking hilarious. She is hysterical in this movie. Again, just how it's unsettling, but it's funny how just hysterical she gets. Just you can find clips online or in the trailer where there's a scene where they're in a cafe, and he mentions her father who's dying of cancer, but she lied about it. And he asks her if why she lied about it. He finds out. And she just starts standing up, and she's going, "No, no, 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 no." and starts screaming in the middle of the whole thing, stomping her feet and throwing a tantrum. Finally, he's able to calm her down, but she's just insane. And then there's a few times where she'll just scream bloody murder, and they go, okay, babe, I'm fine. Have a good day. And then there's another scene where it's so funny. She duct tapes the door so he can't leave, but he eventually gets out, and he shuts the door, and it just sits there on her face. And I'm not even kidding. The shot lasts for about 60 seconds, and it's her standing there going the whole time. Literally, she doesn't move. It's just. And then eventually it pans down, and you realize she's been standing there that whole time, and she starts pissing herself, and it's nasty. But it's just hysterical the way they do it. But yeah, I can't really describe this movie any better than that. You'll really have to just go see it for yourself. So yeah, that is my review of Obsession. I know it was definitely really all over the place. I really can't describe it any better than that. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.